Hello, everyone. I've just watched Revenge at Technofest or Tech Fest from the Game Shakers. That was a special that they did, and I bet chances are the reason why they spaced it out and there was no new episodes is because maybe, just maybe, the person who played Kenzie had to do the voice of Lucy from the new Peanuts movie, and that's why there's been a large gap. Anyways, let's go with it. So Tech Fest. You have Octopi, the brand new game, and the game is basically throwing pizzas at people who are in an apartment building or something, and the octopus is the slingshot. So anyways, you have Hudson, who almost freaking damn killed everyone, especially Triple D, because he had the nail gun, and instead of just handing it to him, he decided to press the button and he went wild, just like what happened with Maggie when she got the freaking gun in The Simpsons. But less horrible, because in The Simpsons, Homer got his hand nailed to the freaking wall, then two was his ears, and he was just about to get his life ended until Marge came in. But at least it's less serious than that. And we got a sick fantasy going on. We have Octopi. The Octopi costume is on Kenzie. So you know how it is in people in Japan. No offense to anyone over there, but it's like, you guys kind of have that fantasy, so chances are I bet someone would do it slow motion. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. Yeah, please don't do that. But anyway, so we have Hudson, who is offended by the word dummy. It's like, where's our dummy? He's like, I have a name, you know. I'm like, and that was kind of funny. But then we find out that apparently underneath New York City, into the sewers, they actually had a secret lab. Someone had a secret lab, and they were actually fixing up someone. And the freaking horror moment where he escaped kind of mirrored Spider-Man 2, except they didn't turn off the lights and they didn't have money to actually do that awesome stuff that happened in Spider-Man 2. But anyways, Hudson got his arm stuck in the toilet once, and that's why some of their freaking tech was actually not powered as much, like the backups. So we have Girls Who Code, which actually exist. They exist, and I'm kind of shocked that the people who have Girls Who Code, they didn't say anything to them, like, hey, no, don't use it. Because the Girls Who Code, the girls in that, diss their freaking damn moms. They think it's right to freaking diss their mom, saying, I don't want to become fat like she does. She didn't say that, but technically she did. And then you have another one who loudmouths her freaking damn mom and her sister. Yeah, I don't think that's the attitude you really want to have with Girls Who Code. But hey, you guys allowed them to have that freaking name, so good luck with that. Well, anyways, Triple D actually got dirty. Wait, no, it was Triple G. My gosh, I said Triple D. Damn it. Well, anyways, so what happened was that the Girls Who Code hogged off all of the freaking plugs. And, well, Triple G decided to kick some of their freaking wiring down so they actually can have some for themselves, which that's kind of messed up too. The fact that Girls Who Code actually is not considerate. But of course, this is a fictional Girls Who Code, not the real one. Yeah, but still the real one will get some freaking slash out for this. Now, it's kind of funny. So the person that was a mystery person who got recreated, which of course I think, and I'm glad it's this person, actually went into the subway, and a scared old lady decided to freaking get out of her seat because he's carrying her. Oh, man. And then we have a funny double G moment, like a few funny ones. And then, Hudson is missing, and the freaking... Oh yeah, the funny moment was when a kid actually wanted to give maybe his girlfriend or just a friend of his a happy birthday greeting from Double G, and Double G decided to screw him over. But anyways, oh my gosh, Hudson's missing, Octopi suit is missing, and then all of a sudden the Octopi suit comes back with someone in it, and they freaking screwed over Double G. Double G is now hurt, and the Octopi suit is gone, but we have Hudson who's walking from the other way. Yeah, from the left instead of the right where Octopi went. So, and then Tech Fest. Yeah, it's unbelievable what Hudson said, which technically, if you really want to, I'm a guy. Here's the quote. Tech Fest breasts are the best. Now, for those who actually are like, what are you talking about? Think about it. It's like, think about it. Someone was getting lucky over there. Yeah, it's like, out of context, it's like, oh, someone got really lucky over there. Someone really likes to go to freaking tech fests and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? But of course, he was talking about the chicken that they were serving. But still, I'm just saying, technically, you could take it out of context. So, Double G actually landed into the hospital. And you have Hudson doing what I did when I was little, when my mom broke her leg. He actually mimicked all the pain that he was, all the noises from the pain he was doing. Which that was funny, but it's like, oh, dude, he's gonna get hurt. And yeah, he almost got hurt, but lucky for him, Double G was strapped to his right arm was strapped to the bed. So his right arm is broken, and we got a clueless nurse who actually had to ask, is he hitting on her? Yeah, that was kind of stupid. But anyways, yeah, it was a clever joke that they made. Bionic, trionic. So they're going to give him a freaking robotic arm. Yeah, and they're going to take Double G's real arm and ship it to Switzerland in poor packaging so it can get fixed. Me personally, I really have to say that's the dumbest move they could have done. When it comes to they're going to have someone to be able to take on MeGo. But me personally, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of stupid the fact that they got robotic arms. I mean, come on. I mean, yes, I get it. It's imaginary, but still, come on, people. Come on. Really? Chances are just needs a cast and it'll help himself. It'll help. Other hand, I guess his hand is fully broken, but technically they could just say he sprung his leg. I mean, his hand, his arm. That's all they had to do. They didn't really have to get hurt like that, like real bad. So his freaking arm, right arm, is smashed. It's like as if a fat person sat on it. Yeah. So it's like in crushed in pieces. Technically, it's just like what happened freaking Harry Potter in the fifth movie, third movie. Let me try to remember. I think it was the third movie. It was the third movie. Yeah, his freaking arm is shattered. Well, anyway, so I'm like, yes, it's the freaking robot because you get to see the freaking thing. So MeGo is returning, and I was hoping it was MeGo. I was really hoping for it. So apparently they were running down Double G's enemies, and he had lots of he listed. The best ones were Justin Bieber, the people of The View, Whoopi Goldberg, definitely, and the Real Housewives of something. Oh yeah, and then the girls who code, one of the girls, I forgot her name, but she did the exact same thing I did when it came to a personal fitness class I was taking. The fact of you had to do 10,000 steps in total. No. It was like a lot of steps I had to do. So I had to do 10,000 steps a day, like every single day. So I did that, and yeah, one thing I did was for 1 hour or 2 hours, I went up and down the hallway, up and down the hallway. That's what I did. So I'm able to get my daily 10,000. So that's one thing I did, and she's doing it too, so she can get her 10,000. Well, anyways, MeGo, yes, reveal is MeGo, and the only word MeGo says is revenge, and and the robot started beating up everyone who fixed him. And so Buddy and Rufus was taken down Quicksilver style from, Days of Future Past. If I could in time in the bottle, but not that one. What he did with the freaking guard, so he's able to pose as a guard. Yeah, that's what he did in the elevator. That's what he did. I was gonna say the Santa Claus thing, but that was wrapping paper. So, anyways, Babe and Kenzie was asked, "Are you the Game Shakers?" And Babe says, "No, we're the Olsen twins." And this guy was like, "Oh, can you give me $9,000?" Like, what the? And then he asked for a picture of him. And they did that part. I'm like, dude, those and twins are old. I mean, they're the most likely the same age as me. I think they might even be more. So it's like, dude, they're not kids anymore. It's crazy for you to actually believe that. Not only that, but they're both blondes. I mean, what the frig? Yeah, the guy gets screwed over just like I would get screwed over for anyone who does sarcasm to me. I mean, seriously. Frick, it's like the blind kung fu master and no one's telling me. And I run right into the wall. I'm like, blind, I'm blind. Anyways, besides that rambling. So MeGo actually is planning to take Hudson to Mexico, Cancun. Oh my gosh. And he took down Triple G by doing the same thing he did to Buddy and Rufus. And then, yeah, he decided to pick a disguise. And I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously. So he disguised as a senor, but instead of going like, my name is Amigo, I mean, Migo, Amigo, I'm like, at least that would have been funny as frick. I'm Senor Amigo. It's like, that would have been funny as frick. My gosh, come on, he's a freaking robot. He could say, no speak English, no habla English, only Espanol. Solo Espanol. Like, come on, he's a freaking robot. He most likely knows how to speak Spanish. Damn. Anyways, he posed himself as Pat Benetard. And they figured out who he was. And Hudson, instead of actually being like side by side with him, he put Hudson in a sack. He put it in a black bag. I'm like, what the frig? Yeah, totally kidnapping now. And then all of a sudden, because, well, as soon as Double G knew, he came down after he didn't get control of his robotic arm yet. So he came down there, and that's basically what they had to do. The writers figured out some way to be like, how can Double G go against MeGo? And he decided, hey, let's give him a robotic arm. And they figured out how to do that. Even though I would have rather preferred it was everyone going for it, like they all distracted him. It's like he can't take down all of them. So all of them did it. And the plan was to get a hammer of some sort or screwdriver. And then they would actually punch the crap out of his, mainframe. And that will shut him down. He can't do anything. And then bingo bongo, no explosions needed. And he's taking down the freaking guys who build him instead of actually spending more money to freaking make him back. Actually can just take him, put a new mainframe in, and now there you go. I mean, damn, is that hard? Is that hard, writers, to figure that out? But instead, no, they went the route of iRobot, except instead of a bunch of robots, it's basically Will Smith's character, aka Double G, versus Sonny. Even though that wasn't really anything. Yeah, it was like just one robot, I guess. But still, yeah, it's just a thing that you would figure would happen. It's like you have that robot murderer and you have the guy with the robotic arm, and that's the showdown. And since you did decide to have this robotic arm and the laser did hit, why the hell isn't there damage? It's like, yeah, just like the whole Mega Shark thing. It's like, yeah, the pieces should be bleeding. It should be like pussy, like, but instead, no. I know, they don't have enough money to do it, but still. And of course, it ended with the fact of they decided to hack into them and have the self-destruct button activated. So the self-destruct sequence was activated and poof. But of course, they had some intense moment. The fact that they were like, Doji, get the frick away from him. It's like, oh no, MeGo's trying to crawl to Hudson and Hudson's doing that bag in the shopping cart. And Triple G sacrificed his life to get him, which he was safe too, of course. But yeah, so he exploded and no more MeGo, even though I'm like, oh, come on, people. He could be your Slappy, folks. He could be the one that comes back over and over and over again. And it would be fun as frick. But instead, it's like, no. What's going to happen is that MeGo will never show up ever again unless they're going to make a crazy attempt where I'm like, that will work. But they can't do it now because he... Of course, he could download himself somewhere, which that would be cool, but chances are that you're not going to do that. I think it's the end of MeGo, which sucks. Actually, I didn't even know MeGo was going to come back, or at least I was hoping he would come back. It's just that there wasn't a guarantee that he would have came back. So the episode in the whole, I think the episode was good. It's just that the things that they chose to do, I'm like, really? A robotic arm? You're cutting his whole arm off, and this is not how it goes. Even in the future, I bet that's not how it's going to go. It's the fact of you're going to have a freaking damn, you're going to have a machine. You put your arm in the machine will freaking, yeah, they have to cut your freaking arm off. And plus, there should be more blood than ever. Like, yeah, oh my gosh, and how to reattach it. That's going to be like, it's a major what the frick moment here. It's like, yeah, you writers, you did good, but this one was one where I'm like, why couldn't you just have all four of them go against the robot? I mean, all five of them go against the robot, where you have Kinsey taking him down. Well, technically it's four because Hudson most likely wouldn't be able to do it. Or Hudson would just be the decoy. He's standing there and MeGo is just walking to him, and then all of them says, tag him, and they tag him down, and then, yeah, it's like, frig, why did you have to destroy him? But still, I would give it an 8 or 7 out of 10, because it's like, they could have came up with a better idea, but instead they decided to do this crazy thing. I know it's a kid's show, but still I'm like, but there's other ways that you could have done things. I'm like, there's other ways that you could have done things. I mean, jeez. I know it's not the 90s anymore, but still. Actually, no, that's worse. You freaking blew him up. That is worse than what ever happened in the 90s. Yeah, I mean, like Frieza's short circuit, even though he wasn't a bad guy, he got destroyed, but they didn't say, let's blow him up. It's like, no, no, no. It's like blowing him up was the messed up thing that you guys did. I'm joining on, but still, my goodness. This episode, I will watch it again, I guess, but it doesn't hit the spot of where I'm like, yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, he will come again. That robot will come again and try to take him out again. Which, like, for instance, the Halloween episode, that would be cool to have him come back for the third time. The second/third time. That would be fun as frick. It would be like, how the frick is he alive? Yeah, instead they're like, we end it now. We exploded him. He's gone. It's like, oh, but it would have been cool. Anyways, thank you for watching, and check it out if you can. Kind of check it out, because they didn't do exactly what they could have done.